Hey everyone, this is TG from toygander.com, and today we're going to review a whole bunch of Joker minifigures. So let's go ahead and take a gander. If you guys are interested in flashcards, be sure to check out 3dsflashcards.com. I've personally bought my Sky3DS Plus from them, and it was extremely quick turnaround time. That's because they're a Europe/USA seller, so you know you're going to get your product quick. They also offer a free ROM service through roms2station.com. And another benefit, if you enter the coupon code on your screen right now, you get a special Toy Gander discount. Time for a few shout-outs. Tyler N. Guyan, Quick Bricks, Mini Brick Reviews, thumbs up to you. Thank you so much for watching Toy Gander. And guys, please click that thumbs up button. It absolutely helps out the channel and it'd be greatly appreciated. Now onto the figures. So first up, we are going to open up all these right here, and they're the clown robbers from Dark Knight. So I'm going to open them together as a set. And guys, if you're interested, also at the end of this video, we're going to open up a whole bunch of these. So be sure to wait till the end to check those out. So here we have all the clown robbers, and this scene in this Batman movie was probably one of my favorite scenes in all of the Batman movies. So they are all henchmen except for one of them. So we're going to go through these fairly quickly. The first thing I have to say is, wow, my thumbs were ready to bleed putting the arms onto the torsos. Very, very stiff in this batch, and just moving them up and down, they were really, really tight. So just be warned of that. So we'll go through one by one. They all have these AK-47s, I think. I think that's what it is with the scope on the top there. A fairly bland guy, but it's very accurately representative of what the movie actually shows. He's got this trench coat, real blocky printing on here, but overall it looks pretty good, even with that horizontal striped shirt. This next guy, he's got a pretty cool smile on him. Same thing, real blocky print for the most part for the outlines of his jacket. No back printing. I don't think any of them actually have back printing, but very simple. Looks pretty good. My favorite character, now this was the Joker, my favorite Joker of all time. And it looks just like what he looked like in the movie. The stripes done very well. The thing I notice about this one versus any of the other ones, the printing's actually finer on this, and you get better detail. The front here goes all the way down to the legs, so I do appreciate that. The joints are still stiff, but great representation, and the one that stands out the most to me in this set. Next one up, this one probably is my second favorite, mainly because he has this little clown hair piece. So I like that. It was just a cool way to incorporate that hair into there. It does look like his tie is a little bit cut off, but other than that, I like the fact that he comes with this briefcase, and his business suit looks pretty good other than the missing tie. Next guy, he's got an interesting look on him. A little bit blocky, kind of like the other ones. He's got brown gloves instead of the gray ones like the other ones, so that stands out a little bit. And nothing on back. And then finally this guy, he looks like a Kiss reject. He's got like a leather jacket on there. That's interesting. He comes with a briefcase as well, that's pretty cool about him. Let's move on to the next ones. Next up we have the best Joker himself, Heath Ledger. This is my favorite Joker by far, and mainly because I just love The Dark Knight. The whole movie was fantastic, and I really wanted to get this figure. They show a lot of detail on the front. It's a little bit blockier than maybe I would have liked, but considering the circumstances, they even put his like little stopwatch right here on the bottom, or the chain for the stopwatch, which I thought that was a nice little detail because you could see that little bit of silver shimmer sticking out there. The front torso underneath his trench coat actually shows up pretty well, and there's a whole lot going on there. He even has a button-down shirt underneath that tie there. A little bit of back printing. The part that stands out the most to me, though, is this face printing. What they did, and this is very unique, they lightly put the white on there, and they didn't, I believe they did that to really try and make it look like the actual movie. So it's very, very fine white, so you can kind of see the paleness coming through, but the print on his face is fantastic. I like the evil gray eyes, and then he has this iconic smile there. That looks fantastic. They even give a second print on the back here, which is his serious face. A great figure, and I'm glad to have this one in the collection. This one is the Joker from the 60s. If you've ever seen the TV series from the 60s or 70s, I can't remember which one, with this Joker in it, you absolutely know that he is completely an off-the-wall Joker. Just totally goofy, completely weird. He does these weird things. He's got this strange face. He's got this strange mustache that like comes through the actual paint there. It just looks so bizarre. He's a really bizarre character. I think this is actually a knockoff because I think LEGO officially made this character. Considering that, it's actually done pretty well. The printing spot on, very finely detailed. I love the pinstripes on the legs. They even take the pinstripes on the sides. So that looks good. The face looks good on the front here. The back printing, however, let's see if I can get to it. Yeah, the back printing, that just looks so doofy. I'm not a fan of that. He's like, woo, but it kind of goes along with the 60s theme. The one thing that stands out in this one is there's some black printing that's smudged a little bit on the back here, and I also saw it somewhere on the corner of the torso. Yeah, like right there. I don't know if you can see it. So it's a little bit off, but other than that, it looks pretty accurate. Next up, this is a Santa Joker. So this one's actually pretty cool. I did a video with another Joker as a Santa outfit, and I think it was a Jared Leto Joker. This one stands out as a little bit better, and I saw it, I had to get it, mainly because it looked a little bit better quality. I don't know exactly which Joker this is supposed to represent. If I had to guess, maybe the Heath Ledger one, but I'm still not 100% sure. It might actually be more of like a comic book style. But there is a lot of printing going on here. They didn't just put on this Santa coat. What they did a whole bunch of different like detail within there. It's hard to tell, but they actually has like I think that's like a blood stain or something right there. He's got these nice pinstripes down here. He has this orange under jacket, which looks good. And he even has like some patchwork and like a watch chain going on the right hand side. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Face looks great. There's no back printing on the head. And they take this distressed look towards the back of his Santa suit. So I thought it was worth reviewing in this. This next one is a straight up ripoff of the LEGO Batman movie Joker. This Zach Galifianakis Joker is a direct ripoff of the LEGO Batman movie coming up. But they did a good job, honestly. Looking at it, I do enjoy this version of the Joker, mainly because he's got that big old cheesy grin. It'll be interesting how he actually plays out within the movie. But the detail on this knockoff looks really good. They did a good job on the torso printing. A lot of fine lines there, a lot of fine printing. And you can't see that anything was missed in that. He has some card printing on here, like a club, hearts, diamonds, spades. So I don't know if those are tattoos or not, or just his sleeves, but they look pretty interesting. Now this yellow print on here, I think that could have been done better. It should have been dual molded versus this top paint, which you can kind of tell it's a top paint. But other than that, the character looks pretty good. I like the custom hair piece that they made for him. Same thing with the back. The back actually looks even better than the front. Yeah, the back actually has even better detail than the front does, so that's pretty interesting. This is another LEGO Batman movie Joker, and this one has like the long coattails. So let's go ahead and open this one up. So this long coattail idea, it totally fits the Joker's personality. It's just way over the top and ridiculous. So I do like that. The printing on the front, so this is included in 2 printings here, and I don't like this like confident, pompous look that he has on here. The main reason is the green eyebrows don't really match the hair, so it looks a little bit off. So I'm going to switch it over back to this one. But if you go with this one, the eyebrows are darker and it actually lines up pretty nicely with the hair. So if you keep it like this, it looks pretty well. It looks pretty good, and it actually is a pretty decent knockoff, even with this extra coattail piece. And this is the mime Jack Nicholson Joker from the original Batman movie, I think in 1989. Growing up in the 90s, this was the Joker from the Batman movies that I know and loved, and for a long time I was convinced that Jack Nicholson was the only Joker that could be played, or could play the Joker. They completely captured that within this Lego form. The amount of detail that I see on this figure is fantastic. I love the fact that they took this extra piece right here, this fabric piece, and completed the coat and made that. It's the same concept with this one back here. Same concept, but they just did it in more of a realistic form. You can also take off this hairpiece and put the top hat, which he actually has within the movie. Another little note here, you can kind of tell, but the shadow around his eyes is like a gold shimmer, and it's just a nice added touch, and he's got this weird little makeup paint on his face that just totally reminds me of the character back in the movie. The whole monochromatic look on the coat and even the pants looks fantastic. The cross-hatching on the pants look great. I love the fact that they took the cross-hatching all the way through, and they even put it on the back, which you do not typically see on these knockoff figures. So a great job with this figure, and I'm actually really excited about it. Now we're going to open up 4 official Lego Batman movie blind bags. Well, I'm a bit bummed out that the first one's King Tut. This was probably the ones I didn't want the most. With that being said, there's a couple good things. I do like the unique Cobra staff piece. His cape feels very flimsy. These Lego capes, honestly, I prefer the knockoffs compared to the real ones because they're very, very thin. And also his headpiece seems a little bit flimsy, like I might break it. But other than that, the printing is pretty good. Let's move on to the next one. This version of Commissioner Gordon is actually one of the best versions I've seen because he mainly has a lot of detail on the torso and the pants, and he includes a few different accessories. So I actually really do like this figure. He's not as exciting as some of the other ones within the series, but he does look pretty cool. And I think, yeah, he's got some cool back printing on as well. I actually like this one. Let's open up another. So here we have Dick Grayson, and I have to say the part that I'm most excited about is this awesome shark repellent can. And if you guys kind of know what the original story is, read up on it. It's pretty hilarious. And I love these big old googly eyes that he has on here. A little bit disappointed that he doesn't have a back head print. Other than that, he's a goofy and he's a fun character. Final blind bag. Here we have Zodiac Man, and I have to say I'm a little bit bummed out that I didn't get a single Batman out of this lot, but these are obscure characters that you don't typically see, and I'm actually really excited to find out how he plays out within the movie. He's just a weird looking character. He's got these quirky, silver fish and crab. It's just so bizarre. He's got a little bit of back printing, gold back printing, and Zodiac signs all over himself. Okay guys, so there is one character somewhere on the screen that is just not quite right. So the first person to find out which character that is and puts it in the comments below, I will give you a shout out in the next video I do. Guys, I want to thank you so much. Please click that thumbs up button and don't forget to subscribe, and until next time, you can help us take a gander.